they've announced they've released not numbers, but a ranking of which amiibo have been the most popular in various countries. So to give it a quick rundown, Japan's the first three are the Splatoon ones: Mario, Classic Mario, Modern Mario, Isabelle, Kirby, Green Yarn Yoshi, Digby. I'm not going to go through all these. North America's top three are Link, Bowser, and Toon Link. And then Europe has got Classic Mario, Link, and the Squid. And what I want to mostly focus on here is the Japan top three, which are the girl from Splatoon, the standard Squid, and the boy from Splatoon. And why I think this is interesting is this is a new property by Nintendo, utilizing that is basically in a genre, even though it kind of tosses it on its head, a genre that is not usually popular in Japan, which is the over-the-shoulder third-person shooter. Online multiplayer, like that sort of team-based, that sort of thing. That does not strike me. That's never seemed like it's a very popular thing in Japan. So to see Nintendo release an entire line of toys that covers all of their classic characters, Mario, Link, Kirby, Princess Peach, all of these very popular, famous characters, and you've got your trio of Splatoon amiibo at the front. And I think that's interesting. I think it's interesting because it shows that there is maybe a change in taste, or at least an openness to try new things. And I think it might encourage Nintendo to continue trying new IP.
Well, it definitely shows that this IP was a smashing success.
Oh, it did nothing but good things for Nintendo.
It's their most important new IP in probably a decade.
I'm trying to remember the numbers, but it's sold over 1 million copies just in Japan. I mean,
that's a lot for just Japan.
That's a lot for just Japan for a third-person team-based shooter.
And you figure here it was more than that, a lot more, So, no, that's good. And obviously now they have every new console they can have a Splatoon game. There you go.
And I look forward to it.
That'll be one more. You have obviously you're gonna have a Mario game or two on each console. You got a Zelda game on each console because finally later this year, you're finally gonna get the Wii U Zelda game.
You're gonna have a Smash. You're gonna have a Kart. You're gonna have a Zelda. You're gonna have a Mario, a Star Fox, and now a Splatoon.
You're gonna have like 6 big IPs. And you're always gonna have like a one-off. I mean, a Samus comes back around.
Every other console.
Just about. She's been in every console, but not Wii U yet.
Yeah,
but, she's been there.
I mean, in the Smash games is about as good.
So you have like 7 big IPs that you can count on, but this is totally different from the others. Right. It's their only shooter, if you don't count. Metroid's our only shooter. I mean, this is a pure shooter. So I think it's interesting though, is that in North America, that you don't even have them making the top 10. The Squid people, or the Squid themselves, Squid kids.
Which is funny because it's done fantastically here, but and honestly, for the money you're gonna spend on an amiibo, while I've always said the amiibo sculpts are awesome, so they look nice regardless. But these Splatoon amiibo gave you more bang for your buck, like in terms of how they interact with the game. They unlocked bonus missions, which got you bonus gear. Like, they did more than any other amiibo.
Could it be some sort of cultural thing where Japan's going for the cutesy characters more than here? It's like what looks, I don't know, cooler or was edgier, because we got Link and Bowser and Toon Link and Mewtwo.
I actually think the U.S. top is weird. I would not have. I mean, the Bowser sculpt is awesome looking, but I would not have figured Bowser would have been like number 2.
Right.
Link makes sense. I mean,
the two lists are totally different. There's almost no crossover on the list.
We in the U.S., I mean, for the majority, love Zelda. I mean, adore it, and I think that makes sense. But for as popular as Splatoon has been, for it to not be in the top 10, I don't know. Maybe it was because the original 3-pack was so hard to get at launch, but they've since released them separately.
Could the list be because of availability in regions? Could that be? Because even the Europe one is different. But Link is number 2 at least in Europe and 1 in North America. But like Classic Mario is number 1 in Europe, and it's like 7 in North America. So it's like they're not really lining up. Toad makes the list in Europe, but nowhere else. For example, it's just weird.
It is.
So I don't know.
But I can say this, as weird as it is, I did see one about 2 months back that was kind of the similar thing, and the squids were at the top of Japan. So I mean that's been constant.
I'll look forward to playing it this year.
You should. It's great. I mean, you're gonna have a massive game to play when you finally do too, because all the updates are in.
Maybe competitive Squid Kid. All right.